Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned in to another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. It's your daily dose of not just the news, but answers that you can use. It comes in 3 parts. This first part is open for everybody to tune into, as you are likely watching or listening. And if you want to hear me answer tech questions or talk about the tech news, well, then you've got to become a patron. Head over to chrispirillo.com to unlock more tech talk from Chris Pirillo. That's me, in case you missed the memo. Today's tech question is being asked of me like almost every 5 minutes. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. But given that I've seen The Force Awakens, the new Star Wars movie, in case you're not already aware, like 3 times already, each time in 3D. So it's like 3D. Wow, it's like, that's cubed. I've seen The Force Awakens cubed times. Well, math for you? I don't know. I don't really excel at the maths. But what I can tell you is that if you didn't watch my entire 2-hour review of Star Wars The Force Awakens, you should. And I'm not the type of person who usually gets discombobulated when I see a 3D movie with the glasses and everything in the theater. It doesn't bother me. Never had an issue. Never had a headache. Versus like a VR experience, a virtual reality experience where I put on goggles and do something, I get headaches and sick to my stomach, and it's just horrible. I don't like VR at all. So whereas other people are like nerding out over these VR headsets, I'm like, I'll wait until I'm not throwing up or feeling like I need to throw up. So I don't have an issue with 3D movies, personally, and some people out there might. I've seen a Star Wars movie in 3D, The Phantom Menace, and I think that was the last one I saw, because I think that was the only one they released, because I don't know if a lot of people really wanted to see it in 3D. And I gotta tell you, The Phantom Menace wasn't any better in 3D. It really didn't feel like it was made for 3D. A lot of movies have been put out there in 3D, and it really doesn't feel like it's been, worth spending the extra dough on. I do plan on wanting to see, I'm planning on seeing The Force Awakens in 2D. But as far as 3D goes, yes, absolutely thumbs up. There are several scenes. I'm not going to give you any spoilers right now, because I don't want that to happen. You can watch my review full of spoilers, 2 hours long. Honestly, I think my review of the movie was longer than the movie. My review was 2 hours long, and I'd assume you'd watch that by now. Now, speaking of 3D, and my thumbs up enthusiastically because of at least 5 different scenes, I'd be inclined to see 3D, or see the movie again in 3D, only in IMAX. I've been told it's even better, so I'm planning on seeing it in IMAX here before it disappears from theaters this time around, because I'm sure they're going to run it again, don't get me wrong. I do want to see it in 2D, and do plan on watching it over and over and over and over and over again for the rest of my life. Now that I've given you the answer to the question that you keep asking, and I'm happy you are. It's like my favorite tech question of the week. Absolutely. I'm going to show you something that is 3D that could be yours. We're giving one away. I'm doing this in conjunction with Sideshow Collectibles. I've mentioned this before, and if you watch the vlog at all, you likely know already that I have this figure. It's a 6th scale figure, brand new, the Imperial TIE Fighter pilot. I'm going to unbox it right now. Now, if you want to qualify for that giveaway, you've got to check out the link in this video description. I'll be tweeting about it, so you should follow me on Twitter. I'm at Chris Pirillo there. You can subscribe to the free LockerGnome email newsletter update. You can do that by way of LockerGnome.com, Chris.Pirillo.com, Pirillo.com. So I'll be talking about this particular giveaway in those updates on a regular basis until the giveaway has finished. And again, for all the information you need on this giveaway, all you have to do is check out the link in this video description. I'm trying to be very careful. I don't want to damage the box. These are, as far as I'm concerned, some of the best action figures that you could possibly get. Large, very, very large. Not like the action figures I had when I was a kid, but given that I have always been a huge fan of action figures, a huge fan of setting boxes back there, and a huge fan of the Imperial design. Let me see if I can slide out the plastic there. There's nothing else in that box and nothing in this box, but you can see that it's absolutely worth keeping. In fact, I'd be inclined to possibly even stand the figure up in here. Possibly. No, it's going to be going into the bedroom so that as I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront, I can be inspired. Further inspired by placing action figures throughout the house. Okay, so we've got a couple of layers here. And on this particular layer, you can see we have part of the stand, the weapon, and different hands. See, you can basically swap out the hands. You might remember when I unboxed Commander Wolf a while ago, as well as Thor. Let's go ahead and hold it up like that with my glowing hand. Here's the gun. And I'm telling you, the detail on this figure is absolutely astounding. The gloves remind me a lot of the gloves from Vader, and you might remember the unboxing I did of that Vader. You've seen that Vader if you watch the vlogs on a regular basis. There's the other hand corresponding, and a couple of other hands as well. Gotta hand it to them. They're detailed, and like I said, this could be yours. This one's mine. You can't have mine. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I think I said that correctly. Okay, how's this? I'm gonna do it like the kids do it, right? I ship you and your own TIE fighter pilot. See, that's what the kids say. You know, relationships, that you can ship someone. So if you ship this person and that person, you're saying that you want to see them get together. You believe a relationship could work. Well, I ship not this. I'm not going to ship it. That's going to be Sideshow Collectibles. It's actually going to ship it to you. And like I said, it could be yours. See, and then there are even other hands. So we've got a couple of fists here. But if I wanted to, I could pop off this hand and give him this hand. Let me make sure I've got it on there correctly. Oh, I guess that popped out too. Give me a second. Got to get the thing out. I may not be doing this. After all, I was trying to get his arms wide. His arms wide. Timba. Was it Timba or Timber? Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Am I crossing the streams again? Okay, the ball joint does not want to pop off. And there's already a ball joint in that glove. And there's one in that one as well. I may not be removing the hand. Or putting on a new hand. Just pretend I did. It's going to take a little more. And I don't want to break it. I mean, I want to be very, gentle with this particular figure. Very, very detailed. With or without hands. Sorry, totally my bad. We also have a gun holster, so I can put the weapon there. And look at that. It even has a little, like a strap that you can strap over the weapon to keep it in the holster there, if I wanted to. This is the one weapon it comes with. Or I'm sorry, no. Hang on. It comes with two weapons. It's a little, it's like a pistol-like weapon. Let's go ahead and hold it up like that so you can kind of see it. I'm doing my best to accommodate everything here. I really genuinely am. I just love the design ethos of every Imperial soldier, and now the First Order, as well as the clones. You know, the clone design definitely grew on me over time. We've got soft goods here. This is like a fabric on the for the jacket, as well as the pants. This like jumpsuit, finely detailed boots. Diana's probably going to remark about the boots, like, I wish I could get those boots. I want those boots. Here we go. So he's just. He's shouting out to Arsenio Hall. Woof, 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 woof. That's what they did when I was a kid. Woof, woof, woof. Just look at that design. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it could be yours. Check out the link in this video's description. You will see him standing on his very own stand in the master bedroom, right underneath the TV, the OLED TV from LG, when I'm usually playing Star Wars Battlefront. You will be inspired. I will be inspired. I'm getting better with Battlefront. I am. You know, I haven't been doing as poorly as I used to. Let me go ahead and see if I can get him to stand. Oop, that was a little too high. Let's see if I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. So you are going to, here we go. I fixed him. I just have him placing one arm behind his back, and then he's just got one fist in the air like that. You can barely see him like that because I have a dark background. There you go. How's that? I'm liking it. I'm loving it. So this is 3D. And it's for you, and it's for me. And I've seen a lot of movies in 3D, but I'd be inclined to see this one over and over and over and over again. I don't know if I'd say that about every particular movie, because there are a lot of movies out there that I honestly just don't want to see in 2D or 3D. Even when I can rent the movie, I'm likely to watch the movie in 3D. I'm going to go ahead and reach back there to grab the box. Why? So that I can set my iPad on top of the box to make sure that every patron who deserves the credit for helping support my endeavors gets the credit that they deserve on or in or with or through TLDR, this live broadcast. With the chat room, by the way. The chat room is at live.pirillo.com. So usually if you're wanting to watch me play video games, I'm playing them live for everybody, really. That's on my Twitch channel, but I've redirected live.pirillo.com there. I don't know if I'd be inclined to play video games in 3D. In terms of even Star Wars, really. I mean, the 2D thing is fine for me. Plus, I'm sitting that close to the screen. In terms of the general 3D experience of The Force Awakens, again, I don't want to issue any spoilers. There's maybe one scene that was off-putting. It was something was not right, and maybe my eyes didn't adjust. And it was a scene where the character was closer to the camera, and then there was a distant background, and it created a disparity between the two images that would align, so that you could have the 3D effect, but the right and the left lens, or your right and your left eye, you need that depth perception in order to pull it off. I also have on order because, as I mentioned, or if I didn't mention, my theater didn't have any memorabilia for The Force Awakens. I went and ordered the 3D glasses, the Captain Phasma, the BB-8, the Kylo Ren, and the Stormtrooper. Ordered them online. They weren't horrible. I mean, I wish I would have gotten them when I saw the movie 3 times, but the theater was, I'm not going to call it horrific. I was glad to be able to see it. It's just that I didn't, pick the right theater, I guess. But there's plenty of time for more theater goodness. Can't wait to be able to use those glasses. And now that we have the LG OLED TV with 3D capabilities, I will be keeping those glasses and using them on a regular basis, rather than the boring old, black plastic boring glasses. They're boring. Honestly, in comparison or by comparison, it's boring. Let's see here. Johnny says, VR makes me nauseous. See, exactly. Played a shooter once for 25 minutes and was sick for 24 hours afterwards. This is what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So thank you, everybody, for asking the question. I believe it was worth seeing in 3D. If you have not, you should. I believe that the movie was better the second time around than the first time I saw it. Can't wait to see it again now that I've had a chance to let things sink in, and I will be. I don't know who I'm going to be going with next. I may even go alone. Like, Star Wars is the one thing that I would be able to do on my own. I can go to the movie theater. It doesn't matter if you go to the movies alone. Like, the lights are off. You're all there to watch the movie, right? Who cares if you're alone? I don't. I'm not judging you. It's Star Wars. And, again, let's go ahead and pull Mr. TIE Fighter Pilot, or Ms. TIE Fighter Pilot, back over here to remind you that if you check out the link in this video description, you may be the one who takes one of these with you, or brings one, or takes one away from Sideshow Collectibles. I really appreciate them giving me an opportunity to give one away worth hundreds of dollars. That's this giveaway. Just for my community. Well, I guess if more people find out about it, they'll find out about it, but I'm just saying that they gave me a chance to tell you first. And I love it. Even from behind, it looks amazing. Look, right there. That's him from behind. It's a very dark character, but I don't mind. I don't mind darkness. I'm immune to the light. I didn't get that line from where you think I got it from, as I discovered when I watched The Force Awakens 3 times. I'm going to move on to answering even more tech questions now. Thank you for asking what you've asked. Then I'm going to go into the tech news views, as I do every single weekday. But I'm going to be doing that specifically just for my patrons at chrispirillo.com. If you are a patron, stay tuned for the full TLDR broadcast starting right now. Today's free podcast highlight was brought to you by all of my active patrons from chrispirillo.com. If you want access to the full TLDR episodes, both audio, video, past, present, and future, which can be up to an hour long or longer, with even more tech insight from me every weekday, plus other bonus content without ads, and support me at the same time, you can sign up to become one of my Super Gnomies too. This is just a brief taste of what I'm producing for you daily. Again, get more through chrispirillo.com.